My teacher stormed into class and yelled, "Who here watches anime?" Her face was pale, not red, pale like she'd seen something she couldn't unsee. I'd never watched her hands shake like that before. 9 of us raised our hands, including me. "All of you, outside, now." We filed into the hallway, confused, whispering. She wouldn't answer a single question. She just kept glancing at her phone like it was a bomb about to go off. We ended up at the principal's office. A police officer was already there, notepad open. My stomach dropped. Nobody spoke. We just stared at each other, trying to read the room. The teacher crossed her arms. "Who's seen Attack on Titan?" 8 hands went up, 1 stayed down. "You." Back to class. 7 left. "Who's seen Jujutsu Kaisen?" 2 more hands dropped. "You 2? Go." 5 of us now. Hearts pounding. The officer scribbling notes we couldn't see. "Who draws anime? Manga style. Detailed work?" 3 kids hesitated, then shook their heads. Back to class. Just me and my best friend Malik left. The teacher's jaw was tight. "You 2, back to the room. We'll call you." We walked out in silence, and in the hallway Malik's hands wouldn't stop shaking. "Dude, what is happening?" I whispered. "I don't know," he said, and his voice cracked in a way that scared me more than anything the teacher had said. Back in class, everyone stared. Rumors spread like fire through dry grass. Lunch came and went. I couldn't touch my food. After lunch, the teacher walked back in and pointed at us. "Bring your sketchbooks to the office, now." My mouth went dry. We grabbed them from our lockers and walked down together, neither of us saying a word. Malik's face had gone white as paper. Inside, the principal sat behind his desk. The officer stood by the window, and next to the teacher was her daughter, a girl from our grade who hadn't raised her hand earlier, who I hadn't even noticed was absent from class all day. "Why is she here?" I asked. Nobody answered. The teacher held out her hand. "Your drawings." We handed the sketchbooks over. She passed them to her daughter, who flipped through mine, then Malik's, comparing something on her phone screen to the pages. Back and forth, back and forth. Then she stopped on one page in Malik's book, the newest one, the style he'd been practicing for weeks. Her finger tapped it once. "That's the same hand." The officer moved before I even processed what was happening. He walked straight to Malik. "You have the right to remain silent." Cuffs clicked around his wrists. "What? What did I do?" Malik's voice broke completely. "We're taking you in for questioning. We advise you cooperate." Malik looked back at me as they led him out. "I didn't do anything. I swear. Tell them." And then the door shut, and he was gone. I stood there shaking, relief and dread tangled together. "Somebody explain what just happened," I said. The principal leaned back slowly. 3 weeks ago, someone started leaving notes in my daughter's locker. Then photos, printed ones, taken from outside her house. Then, 2 days ago, a manga, hand-drawn, 12 pages. It showed her walking her usual route home, her bedroom window, her back door. Places only someone who'd been watching her for a while would know. My blood went cold. "She never told anyone which house she lived in this year," the teacher said, her eyes wet but her voice steel. "We didn't know who to look for, so we built a filter. Anime knowledge narrows a pool. Art skill narrows it further. We just needed to see whose hand matched the ink strokes in that book." I sat down hard in the chair across from the principal. Malik, quiet, awkward, always drawing during lunch instead of eating, had been watching her for 3 weeks, and he'd used the one thing he was actually good at to do it. "Damn," I said quietly. The principal nodded, and he brought his own sketchbook right to us. Packageka, full production, Kodka, narrator, Nin, Arca protector, Char justice seeker, wa isla diga shikoshigaha. 11 lab settings, flash v2.5, stability 68%, similarity 75%, speaker boost on, style 12%, suspense restrained, voice, Brian title. My teacher made us prove we watched anime, then arrested my best friend. On-screen hook card, she narrowed 30 kids down to 1 using anime trivia. Hashtags, hashtag Reddit stories, hashtag storytime, hashtag true story, hashtag plot twist, hashtag shorts video. Description, a classroom quiz turns into a police investigation when a stalker targets the teacher's daughter, and the evidence is hiding in plain sight. Hashtag Reddit, hashtag storytime. Pinned comment, would you have caught on before the reveal? Drop your guess at what point you knew.